Okay, let's jump right in today. We're taking a deep dive into a really powerful chapter, Psalms 81.
Yeah, this one, it just starts with such incredible energy, doesn't it? A real call to celebration.
Totally, you can almost hear it.
Exactly. It mentions instruments, the tambourine, harp, lyre, even the shofar, the ram's horn, loud, joyful noise.
And it's not just random joy, right? The text connects it.
Very
Yeah,
specifically. To the new moon festival and the full moon feast, it's scheduled worship, structured celebration.
right, structured.
Yeah.
And there's a reason given, a why behind it all. It mentions this being a statute established.
Yes, as a statute for Joseph when he went out against Egypt. So the command to celebrate is directly linked to that foundational moment of liberation.
Liberation from Egypt, that's huge.
It absolutely is. And the psalm doesn't just mention it, it paints a picture. It quotes God saying, I removed the burden from their shoulders. Their hands were set free from the basket.
Wow, that's such a visceral image. You feel the weight lifted.
Precisely. That freedom from slavery, from that backbreaking labor, that's the bedrock for this command to rejoice.
And it seems like the psalm wants to remind them that God's interaction isn't just a one-off event from the past.
No, definitely not. It brings up another key moment, saying, in your distress you called and I rescued you. I answered you out of a thundercloud.
Okay, so rescue again.
Rescue again, but also testing. It adds, I tested you at the waters of Meribah. So this ongoing relationship, this dynamic of need, rescue, and even, well, testing.
That makes sense. It's a relationship, not just a history lesson.
Exactly. And then the psalm takes a really significant turn. It shifts from recalling the past to a direct present message from God.
So,
It issues this strong plea, Hear, O my people, and I will warn you, if you would but listen to me, O Israel. Everything that follows hinges on this active listener.
listening. Okay, and what's the core message they need to hear?
It's incredibly direct. You shall have no foreign god among you. You shall not bow down to an alien god. Full stop.
And it connects that command back to the rescue, doesn't it?
Immediately. The very next line is, I am the Lord your God who brought you up out of Egypt. It's like saying, remember who freed you, that's why you owe allegiance only to me.
So the deliverance is the proof, the basis for the exclusive relationship.
Right. And then there's this incredible invitation, open wide your mouth and I will fill it. Trust me, completely. Rely on me for everything.
Did they listen? The tone seems to shift again.
It does, quite dramatically. There's a real sense of lament. The text says, but my people would not listen to me. Israel would not submit to me.
So the warning wasn't heeded.
Apparently not. And the consequence stated is stark. So I gave them over to their stubborn hearts to follow their own devices. It's almost a withdrawal, letting them experience the outcome of their choice.
Following their own devices, that doesn't sound like freedom.
It certainly doesn't sound like the provision he offered. And that's where the psalm presents this powerful contrast.
A contrast, like what could have been.
Exactly. It lays out this amazing potential. If my people would but listen to me, if Israel would follow my ways, how quickly would I subdue their enemies? Imagine that.
Wow. And not just protection, but provision too.
Oh, yeah. Incredible provision. But you would be fed with the finest of wheat. With honey from the rock, I would satisfy you. It's a picture of complete security and abundance.
So the difference between blessing and, well, being left to your own devices, it all hangs on listening.
That's the pivot point presented right here in Psalm 81. Listening and following versus stubbornness and self-reliance. Two very different paths, two drastically different outcomes described.
So thinking about this ancient text today, what's the takeaway for us, for you listening? It maps this journey from celebration of freedom to a call for exclusive trust based on that freedom.
And this moment of refusal, the consequences, and that glimpse of what was lost, it really highlights this ongoing tension, doesn't it, between trust and self-reliance.
Definitely. It seems to be about the nature of our relationship with the divine and the real-world result of our choices.
Maybe a final thought to reflect on. In a world just full of noise, what does it really mean to listen in the way this psalm suggests? And considering that stark contrast, freedom from the basket versus being left to your own devices, what hidden burdens might we actually carry when we choose our own way, instead of the guidance that promises true satisfaction, that honey from the rock?
That's a lot to chew on. Something to really consider.